Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to share 10 of my tips for losing 40 pounds in 4 months. So starting back in January up until April, I had the goal to lose 40 pounds and I was able to achieve that with these 10 simple steps. If you have any questions about my specific weight loss journey, just leave them down in the comments below and I might answer them in an upcoming video. But for right now, we're just gonna breeze through these 10 tips. Okay, so tip number 1, this is probably the most important tip, and that is to drink water. I know you've probably heard it before, but there is a reason why you have heard it before. Drinking water really works when you're trying to lose weight. It makes you feel fuller, it is hydrating your body, especially if you're working out and sweating a lot, your body is going to need it. I know before when I tried to lose weight, if I wasn't drinking enough water, the weight just wasn't gonna be coming off. It's super important to drink tons and tons of water. Okay, so tip number 2 is to create a calorie deficit. And I know you're like, come on, these tips so far are not obviously. But honestly, there's so many different diets out there. There's keto, there's Weight Watchers, there's so many different like kind of gimmicks to try to get you to lose weight, but essentially all you really need to do is create a calorie deficit. I just tried to really keep it as simple as I could and eat clean, healthy foods, lean proteins, vegetables, occasionally fruit, and just created a calorie deficit based on my current weight, my height, and all of that. There's tons of different calorie calculators out there that you can just Google to figure out how many calories you need to consume within a given day versus how many you need to burn in order to lose weight. I made the goal to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, and I was able to achieve that through just basically creating a calorie deficit. Tip number 3 is to prep. Make your meals ahead of time. Don't stress about trying to make the meals Instagrammable, like in the perfect meal prep containers and all of that. Just keep it super simple, but make sure you are prepared with healthy foods on hand so you're not tempted by the chips or sugary sweets that may still be lingering in your pantry. Make sure you have some clean food ready to go. So what I would do is once a week or once every couple days, I would get a big pack of chicken. I'd cook it and then I would weigh it out with a cup of vegetables. So I'd have a serving of meat and vegetables in like a Ziploc bag. I'd throw them in the freezer so whenever I needed a quick meal, I could just pull them out, add a little sauce to it, pop it in the toaster oven, and I was good. That saved my butt so many times when I was tempted to eat frozen pizza or fast food. I knew I had a healthy meal ready to go in the freezer waiting for me. And that leads me to my 4th tip, which is to keep it simple. I didn't go all out overboard trying to make all these elaborate, fancy, diet-friendly meals like you would see on Instagram. I just kept it super simple with making sure I was eating mostly protein, lean proteins, vegetables, and occasionally some fruit. Cut all the extra stuff out and just focused on keeping it as clean and simple as I could. My 5th tip for you guys is to keep moving. So prior to these last 4 months, I was living a very sedentary lifestyle. I was finishing up grad school, I was working some strange hours, so I was essentially sitting for the majority of my waking hours of the day. So the biggest thing that I made a change to was moving consistently throughout the day. So not only would I work out at least 30 minutes a day, but I would intentionally make sure I was moving like throughout the day. So I would set a timer on my phone. I'd do anything to remind myself to get up and just move around, even if it was as simple as getting up and going to the bathroom, like upstairs or down the hall from where you work. It was that simple. Just making a few extra steps a day really helped me keep my body moving, keep me active, and help me burn more calories easily, continuously throughout the day. So my sixth tip is, in case there are those days that come along and you're like, I can't move, I'm so sore from working out, I'm exhausted, I just can't do it. You're just over it, you don't want to do it. And on those days, what I would do is I'd go to the gym and I'd go sit in the sauna, the steam room, or the hot tub. And doing either one of those three would still help increase my heart rate, burn some calories through just sweating and getting my body temperature up. It really worked. And sometimes, more often than not, after I would do one of those things, I was more willing to go back into the gym and work out a little bit more. So my seventh tip is also in line with getting burnt out, just giving up when you're halfway through or you're not seeing results, and that is to just keep it fun. So what I did was I downloaded a fitness app. I like to use the Tone It Up fitness app. I think it's called their Studio. I can't remember, but that really helped me because it gave me new workouts every single day. It gave me a plan, so I didn't have to think about what workout do I want to do this day. They give you a suggested workout and that kind of thing. And it also kept my muscles always guessing about what I was doing because I was trying different stuff. So in addition to that, I also would walk my dog. We'd go to the park and play. I just tried to incorporate the necessary exercise that I needed to have within a given day in a fun, new, and exciting way every single day. My eighth tip is to keep track of your progress in some way. If it's taking a selfie, if it's weighing yourself maybe once a week, or measuring yourself once a week. That's personally what I did. I measured myself and I weighed myself every couple of days so I could really track my progress and see if what I was doing was working. And if I ever found myself entering a plateau, I would try to change it up. And tracking made that really key. I was able to see, hey, I haven't lost any weight for 2 weeks. I must be needing to tweak something. I maybe need to change what I'm eating, or I need to bump up the exercises. Tracking it really helped me decide whether or not what I was doing was actually working. So my ninth tip is kind of hypocritical. It definitely is a contradiction within itself, but it is to indulge once in a while, but to not give in to every single indulgent, if that makes sense. So I would allow myself to enjoy a piece of birthday cake if I went to a birthday party. If I went out with friends, I would share the appetizer that they were having. I didn't stress myself out to the point where I couldn't have anything that was fun or exciting when I was around my friends or family. That also meant on a daily basis, I did not give in to every single temptation. So I wouldn't eat the cookies that maybe Ben brought home that day, or I wouldn't, give in at the fast food drive-through and say, oh, well, I've done so well, I can have a splurge. I didn't do any of that, but if I was doing something where the food was so congruent with the experience of the event, I would allow myself the indulgent once in a while. And then my 10th and final tip is to have a very clear and specific goal. So I personally had a specific measurement, waist measurement, and weight that I wanted to get to. And I came up with this specific goal because it was a weight that I knew I was able to get to because I had been there before and I felt comfortable at that weight before. So that's how I made my original goal, and that's how I was able to achieve it because I knew that I had done it before in my adult life. So whenever I'm making any type of goal, I try to make it a SMART goal, and that means it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So as long as my goal hits all of those 5 key points, I know it's going to be a goal that I will be able to stick to and hold myself accountable to. So those are my 10 tips on how I lost 40 pounds in 4 months. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below. And like I said before, I might be able to make a video if I get enough questions. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you are on a weight loss journey yourself, just know that I'm here to encourage you and know that you can do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.